devices. Peripheral means the other part, other components, the added components. They are not the most important ones, they are just the added components. So the important one was what we discussed last week. Last class rather. So let's go through what we did in our last class. So in our last class we talked about computer system. Yeah. So I said the computer system consists of hardware that are working together. I use an example of players on the pitch. Yeah, I said if you have, imagine a team that has 11 players. If one of them is not available, if one of them should collect red card during the game, it's going to affect the team. So that is how computer system is. They must be complete. For them to work effectively, they must be complete. Once they are not complete, them giving you what you need, them giving you what the kind of expectation you have, it will not come that way because they are not complete. So that is for the computer system. And we talked about the system unit, where I said system unit is different from the CPU, although we used to confuse ourselves to be like CPU same thing as system unit, but they are different. System unit is the box, is the main computer box, that big box that we used to see. That is the system unit. Why the CPU is the brain, the thing inside, the thing that is inside, it is the CPU. So it is the one that helps to calculate, that helps to process. Then we talked about motherboard. What is motherboard? Motherboard connects all components. So motherboard is like a fiberglass that connects all components in the computer. Then the CPU, I said the CPU is the brain of the computer. While we talked about the RAM, read random access memory. It stores data temporarily. And we talked about ROM also, that stores permanent startup data. I used an example of phone. You see that if you want to buy a phone, I will tell you the phone is maybe 4 gig RAM, 256 gig ROM. The 4 gig RAM is for you is to save data temporarily. The daily activity, the daily app you are opening every day. Maybe today you go to your calling app, you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, is able to retain those information that you are doing for that particular moment. If you should off your phone today and you want it back tomorrow morning, if you go back to the Facebook, it will load again from the beginning. So which means it doesn't store data permanently, it stays temporarily. While the ROM stores data permanently, the videos you download, the pictures you have on your phone, it stores everything permanently until you delete them. So hard disk is a storage device also that stores files permanently. So power supply, we talked about power supply units that provide electricity to the computer, to the system unit rather. So it's the one that helps with stepping down the voltage. If the current is high, it helps to act like a stabilizer that steps down current inside the system unit. Then we talked about some connection ports. There are some ports at the back of the system unit that helps to connect external devices like keyboard, like mouse, like speakers and sounds. So storage devices save information, and at the end of everything, all components must work together for smooth computer operation. That is just the important part. Everything must work together. So today we are going to hardware components 2, which is the peripheral devices. So please, let's be an active listener tonight and let's concentrate, so that you will have to go back and read the course material as if you have not heard of it before. So let's look at the introduction of this course, the simple meaning of this. So peripheral devices are computer parts that are connected to the system unit. So these peripheral devices, they are just the computer parts that are connected to the system unit to help computer. I said the system unit is the box, that main component box. So peripheral devices are computer parts. They are computer parts that are connected to that same system unit, to that same main box, to help the computer to one, receive information, which is the input, then to show result, which is the output. So the work of the peripheral devices are to receive information, to help the computer to receive information, at the same time to help the computer to show results. Why are they peripheral devices? They are peripheral devices because, why are they under hardware? Yeah, the peripheral devices are under hardware because they are still physical tools. They are physical devices we can touch, they are physical devices we can see. So that is why they are still classified under hardware. So these are just like other parts of the computer that helps the computer to receive information, to show results. So think of the system unit as the brain, while peripheral are the hands, ear, and mouth of the computer. So yeah, let's have this kind of analogy. Like, think of the computer system, think of the system unit as the brain, while peripheral are the hands, the eyes, and the mouth. Brain help to brain is the main thing behind your hands working well, your eyes working well, your mouth opening and closing. So that is the way we should see the system unit for now, as a brain. Then Nigeria example of this is keyboard. Typing WAEC registration details. The keyboard is a peripheral device. You using it to type your WAEC registration details, or you using it inside the exam to type in your matric number. A mouse clicking CBT exam answers. In the exam, you are using your mouse to tick exam answers. You are given a question, option A to D. You are able to use your mouse to click on. Maybe C is your answer, D is your answer. A printer, printing NYSC document. You are using your printer to print NYSC document. You use the printer to print your admission letter, your admission form, your exam slip, and your course slip. It is a printer that is used to do that. So all of these are peripheral devices. Then using a monitor. You are using a monitor to see your JAMB result. For an example, you are using a monitor now to see, maybe when you wrote JAMB, you went to the JAMB center to check your JAMB results. They show it to you using a monitor. So all of these are peripheral devices that helps to receive information and show results. So what are the objectives of the unit? So after studying this unit, a student should be able to, at the end of this unit, you should be able to identify output and input devices. You should be able to identify input and output devices. You should be able to understand what each device does. Then at the same time, you should be able to choose the correct device for different environments, like schools, like bank, like offices, and the rest. That is the objective of the unit. So let's go into the course. Let's go into the main thing. So what is the input device? Let's look at the input device first. We are talking about the peripheral devices, and it says they help computer to receive information. Just only two important things we are taking here: receive information. The second part is to show results. So when a computer receives information, there are some particular parts of the computer behind that, and that is what we want to look at. So the first one is keyboard under the input device. Keyboard. So the keyboard help to receive information. They are under input devices. We are looking at two things there: the input devices, which helps to receive information, and the output devices, which help shows results. So the first one is the keyboard, a computer keyboard. So input devices allow users to enter data into a computer. That is just the main importance of an input device. Under the peripheral devices, the input device helps or allow users, you as a user of a computer, it allows you to be able to enter data in a computer. So let's look at the keyboard, a computer keyboard. So a keyboard looks like a typewriter but has more keys. I'm so sure that every one of us have seen a keyboard before. Keyboard, the one on your laptop, a desktop keyboard, an external keyboard. we've seen a keyboard before. So a keyboard looks like a typewriter but has more keys. At the same time, I hope every one of us have seen a typewriter before. Yeah, it used to be like for typing, not those days. It doesn't have a screen, just you typing, and it will be showing you your result. So that is for a typewriter. So a keyboard looks like a typewriter but has more keys. A keyboard is having more keys than a typewriter. A keyboard is having function keys, having control keys and other keys. So a keyboard is used for typing letters. You can use a keyboard to type a letter. A keyboard is used for entering numbers. You can use a keyboard to enter numbers. For giving commands. So a keyboard is also used for giving commands. Commands like, that is where we use control keys. Maybe you want to use your keyboard to capitalize a particular word. You can actually click on shift and press any alphabet, or you can click on cap lock and press any alphabet. Or you want to save, when you are giving a command, you want to save, you want to undo, you want to redo, you hold on to the control key, you click on control plus Z, you actually undo what you did. That is a command key. Or you want to switch off the computer, you click on at F4. That is a way to shut down. It will actually bring out an instruction that says shut down, sleep, hibernate, or restart. So that is the help of a keyboard. A keyboard is used for typing, used for entering numbers, used for giving command. So an example of this is you typing an assignment in the Microsoft Word or chatting on WhatsApp web. Yes. If you should notice, the assignment I used to give, I will tell you to use Microsoft Word or turn it to a PDF format. The reason is because we need to learn how to use all these things. So that is why I said that, so that you can make use of your keyboard to type. So you're typing your answer using the Microsoft Word and saving it and sending it for review is with the work of keyboard. So you are typing your assignments in the Microsoft Word and you are chatting on WhatsApp web. That's an example for this. So let's go to the type of keyboards. So here we have types. We have types of keyboard. Like, what are the types of keyboard keys? All these keys that you can see on your keyboard, they are ways they are being categorized. They are not just like that. They are ways they are being categorized. They have their own section. They have their own way that they actually categorize them. So the first one is the function keys. Any keys that start with F on your keyboard, any keys that start with F on your keyboard is called the function keys. From the F1 to the F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8, F9, F10, F11, F12. They are called the function keys. Some keyboard, if you look at them, mostly the laptop keyboards, if you look at the from the F1 to the F12, there are some other functions that are there. You might see one that shows that something like a star that means brightness. You can see from F5 to F7 that shows something like sound. If you want to increase your sound, you want to reduce. You can see from F8, F8 is about sound. You can see your F11 that looks like something like hotspot. You can see F12 if you want to put your laptop in DND or you want to sleep. So all of these are the functions. They are called the function keys because they actually mean a specific function. Anytime you press them, it means you are giving a specific function to the computer. You are sending a function to the computer. So their work depends on the software. These function keys, their work depends on the software. If you are using a computer, all these desktop computer, if you on them, all these outdated ones, if you on them, you will see some startup messages like press F1 to skip all of this. If you press that F1, the system will boot. It will load normally. While there are some that will tell you that press F3 to stop so thing, press F4 to stop so depending on the operating system, depending on the software that is on the computer. You might be using a particular software now that will tell you that if you need help press F1. You might be working on another software and it will tell you that if you need help, press F7. So it depends on the software you are working on. So F1, for an example, F1 means help menu. Yeah, majority of the software you might be working on, F1 will tell you, F1 simply means help. So help menu. Why F10? Display menu. If you click on the F10, it will display a menu for you on the software you are working on. So function keys are just like a shortcut button. They are just like a shortcut button. Instead of you to go to under settings and be looking for F, if you press F1, it will take you to the help menu. So that is for the function keys. We are looking at the types of keyboard keys. Please, let's concentrate on this. It's going to be very impactful. So another one is alphanumeric keys. Alphanumeric keys. What does this mean? Alpha means alphabet, like an abbreviation for alphabet. So we are connecting alphabet with numbers. Alphanumeric keys. It is used for typing. This also is used for typing. Your A to Z, your 0 to 9. Symbols like question mark, comma, semicolon, full stop, at. So all of these are classified under alphanumeric keys. Example is typing a course registration form. Yeah, you are typing it. So for the alphanumeric keys, if you look at your keyboard, if you look at the keyboard, for an example, I think I have a picture of the keyboard there. Let's just be using this. Okay, so let's use this. For the function keys now, you can see, do I draw a line here? So I don't know if you can see this line that I'm about to draw. You can see this line now, that rectangular line here. Those are the function keys from F1 to F12. Those are the function keys. Here in this keyboard, it didn't show. This is just an external keyboard, not a laptop keyboard. On this kind of keyboard, you won't see the ones I said that here. Like for an example, on the laptop keyboard, on this function keys, you will see additional things that they can do. You can see brightness, you can see mode, increase the volume. That is for laptop. But on this external keyboard, you will not see any other thing apart from F1 to F12. Then the second one is alphanumeric keys. Talking about the alphanumeric keys, composition of alphabet and numbers. If you look at this, let me cycle them again. From this Q, like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Can we all see it? Sorry, can we see what I'm doing? Please, I want somebody to respond. Can you see this line that I'm drawing? Alright. I don't know why I can't hear you go. Alright. So I believe you are all seeing it. So that is for the alphanumeric keys. Please, if you cannot hear me or if you cannot see, just drop a comment under the chat box so that I'll be able to see. Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Kolawole. That's better. So that is for the alphanumeric keys. From the Q, W, E, all these
alphabets, that all those keywords, all those keys that you have on your phone chat, on your phone. Yeah, if you want to text on WhatsApp, the Q to the M to Q A Z, like that, all those alphabets, the 24 alphabet are here. Then all these full stop, semicolon, hyphen, apostrophes, question mark, all of them are alphanumeric keys. So they are all called alphanumeric keys. So they are all called alphanumeric keys, and they are used for typing. Also, they are used for typing. They are used for coding. Yeah, let's just don't let us go to that part. Let's just talk about the basic thing. So they are used for typing. Maybe you want to type an assignment, you want to type something. Yeah, you want to just, so you can type AHMED as Ahmed. Then you put 001. You can type your name. You can add full stop to it. You can add a comma to it. So that is for the alphanumeric keys. So let's go to the third one, which is the, let's go to the third one. Okay. So let's go to the third one, which is numeric keyboard. So the third one, which is the numeric keyboard, this one is used mainly for entering numbers quickly. So the numeric keyboard is only used for entering numbers quickly. The word numeric, it means number. So numeric keypad, they are mainly used for entering numbers quickly. And where can you see them on the keyboard? Where can you see them on the keyboard? Let me show us quickly. Okay, so you can see my drawing. So those are the numeric keyboards. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, these are the numeric keyboard. They are used to enter numbers quickly. Also, this one also is they are all numeric keyboards too, but you know, this one is just that this one is under the alphabet and numeric, the alphanumeric keys. This one is under the alphanumeric keys. Why this first one that I actually do this square for is called the numeric keypad. The numeric keypad. So the function is just, if you want to enter mainly numeric numbers, it is easier for you to press here than here. So it is easier for us to press here than here, because here is just like 1 2 3, well arranged. This one is, it will stress you from 0 to 9, from 9 to here. So that is why this one is the numeric keypad. Alright, so let's go. So an example is account officers in bank entering money values. Yeah, if you want to enter money values and you don't want to do a mistake, just use the numeric keypad. This app, you'll be able to type what you need to type. So we've talked about the function keys, we talked about the alphanumeric keys, we talked about the numeric keypad. So we are still under the types of keyboard keys. So let's go to the fourth one, which is the control keys. Please, let's put our mind in this thing, because if you go to the exam hall, you are going to be using your keyboard more and your mouse, those two things. And if you don't know how to use them well, yeah, there's going to be an issue. So let's look at the control keys. This one, it is used together with other keys. A control key is used together with other keys, like important ones. So if you want to use control keys, it is used together with other. You can't just click on the control key and it will give you what you want. No, it must be attached to another key. So let's look under the key. Let's look under the key and let's look at the functions. So for the first one, which is enter, first one is enter. What is the function of enter? Enter confirm command. The function of enter is to confirm command. So enter is a control key. Enter is a control key. For an example, you are working on something and it shows you okay, or maybe when you boot your system, you boot your laptop, you boot your computer, you type in your password. After typing in your password, if you click on enter, it means you are confirming the command that, yeah, I'm done typing my password, open the computer for me. If you press enter, automatically it's going to roll and you're going to have an access to your computer because you've typed in the password. It's just like our phone. Yeah, you are typing your password, you type your password 12345 and you click on OK. The OK stands for enter here. So the same way you type in enter OK on your phone to confirm your command, the same way you type in enter here to confirm your command. So enter is to confirm command, is a control key. Sorry, I don't know what actually went wrong. Maybe it's because of this our Arsenal game tonight. My system is doing anyhow. Yeah, the network. It's because of Arsenal. Arsenal has fucked up a lot. So I'm talking about the control keys. So the control keys. So I'm still talking about enter. I said the same way the OK function on our phone. The same way they are doing the same thing. So let's go to the second one, which is escape. Let me see. I think they should be on the keyboard picture. Okay, so let me show us the enter. This is enter. We have this is enter. This one that I cycle here is the enter. So if you click on this, it means you are confirming a command. It means you are confirming a command. That is enter. For the control keys, so these are control keys. Enter. I think it used to be okay. It's just one. So enter. That's for that. Then let's look at escape. Escape also is a control key. For an example now, the way I open this PowerPoint, if I should click on escape, it's going to remove it from this place. You know, I'm just using a slideshow now. If I should click on escape for an example, it's going to remove it. Let me show you that. If I click on escape now, you see it will actually remove it from the screen. So that's to tell you that escape is another control key to cancel a command, like you are canceling an action. That is the work of escape, to cancel an action. And this is where you can see, this is where you can find it on your keyboard here. At this top left corner, you see it's escape key. You will see ESC. That is for escape. So it cancels action. Then another one is the control. Yeah, controls. CTRL. If you see CTRL on your keyboard, control, they are always here. Control key here. This down part. That's the control key. There used to be two. This is another one. This is another one here. Another control key. So they are just the shortcut. They are the shortcut command. If you want to use control, you need to press them with another thing. You can't just press them alone. For an example, you want to undo what you are typing. And to undo, you have to press Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. So you can't just click on you can't just click on these control keys now and it will work. Instead, you click on this control key. While holding on to the control key, you click on Z. you will hold on to this control key, you will hold on to it, you will not remove your hand, and you click on Z. So like control plus Z, it will give you, it will actually do the same, like the action you want it to do, to undo that particular thing that you are doing. That is the function. So we have looked for escape, control. Yeah, we have two control keys, control here. So another one is alternative. The shortcut is ALT. That's the abbreviation, ALT. Anywhere you see ALT on your keyboard, you know that it means alternative. So anywhere you see ALT, it means alternative. And this is it. This is where you find, and this is where you see alternative key. It is located here. Alternative key. Alternative key is also 2. If you see another one here, this is another one here, alternative, ALT. So what is the function of alternative? It is also for special commands. Special commands like you want to switch off your computer, you want to shut down some particular thing. For an example now, if you hold on to this alternative, this alt key, and you click on F4, which is the function key, if I should do that right now, it's going to cancel this particular thing also. So alternative 4 is used to cancel some certain actions, to close the software. Maybe you are working on Microsoft Word, and instead of you to go and click on exit, like close, just click on alternative F4. Is going to close the Microsoft Word for you. And you want to switch off your computer, and you don't want to go to the start button to look for shutdown, just click on alternative 4 to show you an option. Then you click on enter, and the computer will shut down. So that is the work of the alternative key. Alternative key also is a special command. So let's go to the next one, which is the shift key. This one is very important. Shift key, we use it every day on our phone, but we might not pay attention to it. On your phone, if you want to type something in capital letter, there's one particular arrow that goes up like this that we used to press. So it's the same thing as shift on the computer. This is where it's located here. Shift key. Shift key also is always 2, one there, one here. So anywhere you see an arrow that goes up like this, it means shift. That's a shift key. So this shift key is used to capitalize letters. If you want to put letter in capital, want to capitalize a particular letter, you hold on to the shift and you click on any of the letter. So if I want to type my name now, I hold on to shift, then I click on A. I will not leave shift though, so still click on S, still click on A, still click on K, then click on E without leaving shift. It is until I'm done, that is when I will remove my hand from the shift. So that is the function of shift, to capitalize a letter. Maybe in the exam or you want to type in your answer in capital letter. You are given a question and the first letter must be in capital letter. Hold on to shift, press that letter. Once you are done pressing the letter, remove your hand from shift, type the remaining one in small letter. Another one is cap lock. So cap lock is another key to capitalize letters, but cap lock is capitalizing all the letters. If you want to capitalize all the letters, that is where you use cap lock. If you click on cap lock on your computer or your keyboard, if you click on cap lock will automatically make everything you want to type at that particular moment capital letters until you off the cap lock. If you on the cap lock like this on a keyboard, it will show a light here. See this place, there's a cap lock light that will show here that you have on it, and if you off it, the light is going to go off. So this is the cap lock now. This is where the cap lock key used to be. Cap lock key, it is above shift. If you click on it, it will show a light here. If you off it, the light is going to off. So let's pay attention to this inside the exam. If you are given a keyboard, check your cap lock if the light is on, because there are some particular questions, answers you have to type in small letter, and if you do not pay attention to it after the exam, you notice that you are getting a low grade because you forgot to off the cap lock and all the answers you are typing are in capital letter. So instead, off the cap lock and use your shift. You will know that here shift, I'm just capitalizing the first letter. So that is the work of the cap lock. Cap lock allow all letters to be in capital letter. If I should want the cap lock now, everything I want to type from head to toe will be in capital letter. So that is for cap lock. Let's look at delete. Delete is also another control key to remove character. Delete, let me look for it here. Delete. All these things are very small. Okay, this is delete key. On the keyboard, this is the delete key. You can see this arrow that is saying yeah, I'm sorry for the disconnections. I don't know what's wrong tonight. So I'm talking about delete key. Yeah, let me indicate it out again. Delete key. So this is it. It is used to remove character. There's a difference between a delete key and a backspace. Delete key is used to remove a character. If I should type okay, let me say, look at this thing now. Look at this word here, bracket. If I'm typing, if I should type bracket in Microsoft Word and the mouse is here, I put the mouse here. Let's say I put the mouse in the middle like this. See, can you see it? Let's say I put my mouse there and I want to remove E from it. If I should click on delete key, instead of the delete key to remove E, it's going to remove K. Sorry, instead of the delete key to remove K, it's going to remove E. So a delete is its own function is to remove character. Instead of it to delete to the left, it's going to delete to the right. You can try that. If you click on delete key, instead of it to delete K, it's going to delete E. And you know we want to correct K. It's going to delete E instead of K. That is for delete key. But if you have to use a backspace, if you click on backspace, it's going to delete K. But if you click on delete, it will delete E. Delete keys delete the one in the front, while backspace to the back. So that is the difference between backspace and delete. So this is where backspace used to be. Backspace, this is a backspace. This arrow like this indicates backspace. And we see this arrow. So that is for backspace. If you click on it, it will delete backward. While if you click on this delete key, it will remove the character to the front, not to the back. Like word and opposite. Backspace is to the back, delete is to the front. So if you are typing your answer, please, if you click on delete, it's going to delete the character in the front. So be familiar with this so that you will not do a mistake. Instead, use a backspace so that you can delete backward. So the next one we are going to is tab. This is a tab key here. This is a tab key here. So what is the function of this tab? A tab is used to move cursor forward. You are using a cursor forward. So maybe you are working on, you open a website, and you are trying to go to the categories of the website, to the home, to the menu, to everything. You can just be clicking on tab. Automatically the cursor will be moving from all those things that you get to where you are looking for. Instead of you to use mouse to just make a total scroll, you can use a tab. Or you are typing, you want to give a larger space to what you are typing, you just don't want to use backspace, you want to make the space to be very much, you can click on tab. So the tab will jump to the front. It is going to give you like 8 times of the space of the backspace. And that's the function of a tab key. to move cursor forward. Then another one is called a number lock instead, but the short way is called number lock. Number lock. You want to lock your numbers, all these numbers on the keyboard, you want to lock them. There's a way you can actually lock them if you are using a number lock. Let me look for the number lock. Use my laptop here to find it there. They are very small. So this is a number lock key here. Yeah. So if you click on this number lock key on your keyboard, if you click on this keyboard is different from the one on the laptop. On the one on the laptop is somehow smarter and better than this, but this is an external keyboard for desktop computer, so that is why you might not see it in this particular position on your own computer laptop, on your own laptop keyboard. So this knob key is like you locking these numbers. So the function is for you to activate number pad. You want to activate this number pad. Now if you click on this number lock, it's going to activate this number pad. Everything you press under this place is going to start working. But if this is off, this one is going to be used as, you see, it is indicating direction up, direction down, side, direction another side, direction down. If you did not on this number lock, this is the work of this. If you did not on the number lock, they are going to be working for you with this. But it is when you on the number lock, they are going to start working as numbers. So that is for the number lock. So let's use the control keys for an example here. Let's just give an example. If you want to restart your computer now, you can actually press, you can use control keys. You can use this is a control key, right? You can use control key, you can use alternative key, and you can press delete also. Here is the delete. Okay, this is the delete. You can try this on your computer. Sorry. If you press these three keys together, control key first, while pressing control key you hold on to alternative key, while holding on to alternative key you click on delete. It's going to show you a message that restart your computer, shut down your computer. It's going to show you that message. Don't try it now, try it later after the class. If you are using a computer, just click on control alt delete. That's just like a shortcut to also restart your computer. So that is for the control keys. So let's go to the cursor keys. Let's go to the cursor control keys. So we are done with these control keys. Let's go to the cursor control keys. The cursor control keys they are the keys that are used to move the cursor on the screen. These are the keys that you can use. They are also on the keyboard. They are also the keys that you can use to move a computer screen. Examples is arrow keys. On the keyboard there are arrow keys there. That was the one I showed us then. Then home key, end key, page up, page down. You use this when you are editing assignments. All of these are used to move the cursor on the screen. Instead of you using a mouse, you can use them. Let me show us. So the first one is arrow keys. These are the arrow keys here. These are the arrow keys here. You can see that they are indicating up, to the right, down, to the left. So all of this, while you are typing or while you are working on an assignment, you have a lot of things there. You can just click on this down. If you click on this down, it should bring everything down. You'll be going down. Instead of you using your mouse to scroll down, if you click on this, at the same time it will take you down. Maybe you're inside the exam hall, the mouse you're using is fluctuating. You can actually use this to navigate your screen. You press down, it will take you down. You press side to the right, press up, it will take you up. So they are called the arrow keys. The second one is home key. Home key. So this one also, if you click on it, to take you back to home, to the home page. I think this is the home key here. This keyboard is Chinese keyboard though, but I think this is, yeah, this is the home key there. So home key for this keyboard, this is home key. If you click on this, it will take you to the home page from whatever you are doing. Then another one is end key. End key. The end key is always here. Okay, this is it. Yeah, end key. This is the end key. So if you click on the end key also,
Instead of you using your mouse to go and cancel the application, if you click on end, it will automatically end what you are doing instantly.
so that is for the end key. They are the cursor keys, cursor control keys. Another one is page up.
Yeah, you want to move your page up, you want to move your page down. Instead of you using your mouse to scroll up, scroll down,
or using these arrow keys to scroll up and scroll down, you can use this page up key. This is for page up, this is for page down. Page up, page down.
So if you click on page up, it will take it up. It will, if you click on page down, it will go down.
So those are the 5 cursor keys that we have on the keyboard. So let's go to the next one, which is the keyboard key. How do you care for a keyboard?
So we are still talking about the types of keyboard keys, since that's still what we are still talking about. Type of keyboard keys. See that keyboard is very, yeah, it's a very big thing to talk about. So how do you care for a keyboard? You avoid splitting Fanta or coffee. Yeah, avoid drinks, anything like drinks, anything like fluid. Yeah, avoid splitting it on your keyboard. Then dust and food crumbs too. When you are eating, keep your keyboard away so that all those things will not fall inside. Because once they get inside your keyboard, you'll not be able to remove them, and those buttons are not going to start. They are not going to be functioning well. Then static electricity. If your electricity is not stable, disconnect your keyboard so that it will not spoil it for you. That's just for the keyboard key. So I've showed us the keyboard. This is the keyboard. It controls the type of keyboard keys. Everything are there, from the function keys F1 to F12 to alphanumeric keys A to Z, 0 to 9, and other symbols, to numeric keypad here 1 to 9, to the control keys, the controls, the escape, the enter, the alternative, the shift, the cap lock, the delete, the backspace, tab, the number lock. All of these are control keys. Then to the cursor control keys also, said we have the home key, the page up, the page down, the end key, and the arrow keys. All of these are under the types of keyboard keys. So let's go to mouse and joystick. A mouse is an input device, a joystick is an input device. So for a mouse, mouse is a pointing device that is used to control the cursor. We are all familiar with the mouse that look like a rat. Yeah, mouse. So what are the functions of a mouse? It is used to click, for clicking, for selecting, for dragging items. On your computer, you can use a mouse to click. You want to click on a particular thing. In your CBT exam, you want to click on your answer, use a mouse. You want to select, you use a mouse. You want to drag an item from your left side to your right side on the screen, you use a mouse. So mouse is used daily in CBT centers, it's used in cyber cafes, it's used in graphic design shops. Examples like clicking, submitting. Yeah, you are submitting during your jam CBT as an example of this, of a mouse. So I think I have a picture of a mouse. Okay, so this is a mouse. Left mouse click, right mouse click, the scroll wheel. For the right mouse click, if you right click your mouse key, if you right click on a mouse, a right click will give you an option. Right click is just a way to give you an option. Why? Like for it to give you an option, for you to be able to open a particular app, that is for the right click. This is a mouse. So this is a mouse, and you are going to be using this in your exam. So you need to be familiar with mouse itself and the work, the function.
So a right click is for more options. You want to see more options, like a context, like a menu, like an extra action. That is for mouse. While a left key is usually for selecting or opening things. If you left click a particular file, it's going to open for you. But if you right click a particular that same file, it's going to show you options. Maybe you want to delete, you want to see the properties, you want to rename, you want to do this and that. That is the difference between them. Then for the scroll wheel, this scroll wheel is just used for you to navigate, like you want to scroll up, you want to scroll down. That is the work of the scroll wheel. So if you are using a mouse in the in your exam hall and you don't know how to take your screen down, take your screen up, you can use a scroll wheel. Just scroll it down, scroll it up, so it do the work for you. So let's talk about joystick. So joystick is mainly used for video games, for flight simulators. Example, gaming centers in Lagos Mall. Some of us have seen gaming pad. This that you will see triangle, X, cycle for you to play PS or to play FIFA or to play car racing. So that is a joystick. This is an example of a joystick. This one now, it just all these Xbox games and games like that. That's where you use all this kind of joystick. But for football games, the pad is different. It's like square like this. I used to play game. So this one is like switch for trims and maybe for flight simulators. You are driving a plane. Yeah, this kind of joystick you use. You want to drive all these flight simulators and the rest. So let's look at the output device. Under the output device, we'll be talking about printer, talking about monitor, we'll be talking about speaker. So for the output devices display results from the computer. The beginning of this unit, we are talking about peripheral devices, and I said the two important things that peripheral devices are mainly important for is to receive information, which is the input device, and to show results, which is the output device. So we are done with receiving information, which is the input. We are talking about the output device now, which is to show results. So to show results, the first one is the printer. A printer is used to produce hard copy. Yeah, everything you have been typing since you are typing an assignment and you want to go and submit it in your faculty. How do you show them? Are you going to just go there with your computer that yeah, sir, this is your assignment? No, you need to present it to them in an hard copy way. That is where a printer comes in, to show the result, to show evidence to what you've done. So it is a paper output. Now, what are the types of printer? We have like 4 types of printer. We have a laser printer. So a laser printer is fast and is of high quality. It is used in offices and banks. You will see laser printers everywhere now. All those small portable printers are called laser printers. So they are fast. They are all these Coursera printers there that you can see in offices and banks. They are called laser printers. They are fast. They are high quality, and they are very portable. They are not that big. So they are used for printing official letters. Then another one is inkjet printer. So inkjet printer is cheaper. An inkjet printer is of good color printing also. Yeah, we use inkjet printers for color printing mostly. For our ID card, the ID card that we are using in the school, it is inkjet printer that is used to produce them. So an example of this is a photo studio or student printing assignment. So just give us an example that we can relate with. Your ID card, the ID card that you have with you, it is a inkjet printer that is used to print it out. So let's go to the third one, which is the dot matrix printer. A dot matrix printer is always noisy, cheap, used for receipts. Example of this is POS receipt printer. So that is a dot matrix printer. They are noisy, they are cheap, they are just mainly used for receipts. So this is a picture of them. This is a dot matrix printer that is used to print receipts. This is a laser printer that we use in offices and banks. You can see the one in the middle, line printer. You can see the inkjet printer. For some of us that will be coming to the school tomorrow, you can check the person that is attending to you. You see that they have an inkjet printer there. That is an inkjet printer. So a line printer, a dot matrix printer, a laser printer. let's see the difference, and let's pick these pictures in our head in case if you see a question that is showing that picture. So let's go to monitor. Monitor is also an output device. It's used to show results. So the monitor displays information on the screen. Monitors display information on the screen. It does not process data, it only shows results. A monitor does not process data. The work is not to process data. Instead, it's just for it to show a result, to show us the result of what is being done, to show us the result of what has been done. So the common size of monitor, we have 15 inches, 17 inches, 21 inches. These are the common size of monitor. Your TV at home is a monitor. It's just for it to show you a result. You can connect your video game to a monitor just to show us the result. It's not as if it is the monitor that is processing everything, but the work of the monitor is just to display information on the screen. That is why you see that some people will go to the extreme end of getting a projector or of getting a very big resolution of monitor for it to show the result it wants itself. Maybe you're working as a video director now, you have to get a very big monitor so that you'll be able to edit what you are doing. So it does not process data. Instead, it only shows you the results. So let's talk about resolution. The higher of your resolution, the clearer the display. So an example is watching YouTube tutorials or checking results online. So the higher your resolution, the clearer your display. If you have a small monitor, your display is going to be small and it's not going to be clear compared to when you have a very wider screen. So if you have a wider screen, you will have a clearer display. So another one is scanner. What is a scanner? So a scanner converts paper documents into digital form. The work of a scanner is to convert a paper document into digital form. So it helps to convert a paper document into digital form. An example is scanning passport photo. You are scanning a passport photo for NYC registration. This is just a clear example of this. You're scanning a passport photo for NYC registration. So this is the work of a scanner. And for scanner, we have the type of scanners also. Scanners are having different type according to their function. So this is a monitor, a picture of a monitor, a desktop monitor. It can be a desktop computer, it might be just a TV. So let's look at the type of scanners. We have three here. We have the flatbed, we have the sheet feed, we have the hand scanner. So a flatbed scanner is used like photocopy machine. Most of us have seen a photocopy machine before. That's an example of a flatbed scanner where you used to photocopy of documents. Maybe you want to photocopy your admission letter, you place it on the photocopy machine, it gives you a copy. Another one is sheet feed. So this one feeds paper automatically. This is the type of scanners that feed paper automatically. It converts those paper automatically. Just program it, it will do what you program on it. So the third one is the hand scanner. This one is a small manual scanner. That you use with your simple tools, like you operate with your hand. So this is a picture of the types of scanners. We have flatbed. We only talked about three, which is the flatbed, the sheet feed, and the third one there, and the hand scanner here. But the picture of the hand scanner is not here. We only have the flat scanner, the flatbed scanner, and the sheet feed scanner. So let's go to the next part, which is the speakers and sound. So we are still talking about output devices. We've talked about monitor, we've talked about printer, we've talked about scanner. So now we are talking about speakers and sound. Speakers and sound, they are used to produce audio output. So all of this, the speakers and the sound, they are used to produce audio output. and the needed component is a sound card and a speaker. So it's either you use a sound card or you use a speaker. Yeah, you want to listen to a music, or you are trying to produce a music. You're a music producer, you want to produce a music. You cannot just be using the sound from your computer because it will not be clear. You cannot hear it loudly. So instead, you connect a speaker to the computer. You connect a speaker to your laptop so that you'll be able to hear what you are producing, what you are mixing together. So it is used to produce audio output better. So an example in Nigeria is you playing the music, you watching the Nollywood movies, you taking an online lecture, you doing a church presentation. All of this you can use a speaker for them and sound. So let's take a look at the short summarization of what we talked about today to refresh our brain. Yeah, we are talking about hardware components, peripheral devices. So, and I said peripheral devices helps computer to communicate with users better, just in two ways: to receive information, to show results. Them receiving information is the input device, them showing results is the output device. So then we talked about the input device: keyboard, mouse, joystick, scanners. Under the keyboard, we talked about the types of keyboard keys, like the function keys, the alphanumeric keys, the numeric keypad, and like that. And for the mouse, for the joystick, for the scanners. So the input devices, they are all used to enter data. Then we talked about the output devices also, which is the monitor, the printer, the speakers. And I said for printer we have three type of printers. We have more than that. We have four: the inkjet, the laser, the dot matrix, and the dot matrix, the laser, the inkjet. And I gave us three only, but there are more than three. I think there are four. I gave three examples. And the line printer, we have the line printer. So they are used to display results. That is the work of these three output devices. So I believe you will follow up with the lectures, and let's move on to the practice questions where we make it an interactive class. The first one is, let's define a peripheral devices and give four examples. You don't have to give a four example, but at least give an example. So let's define the peripheral devices. What do you understand by peripheral devices? In your own way of understanding, what do you think the peripheral devices mean? And give one example. Is there anyone that can help us out? So if there's nobody that can help us out, I believe we are not following up with the class, or we didn't understand. Okay, Opeyemi. I can hear you. I can hear you. So that is for the definition. So can you give us an example? Yeah. Can you? What did you say? Brain. No, no, no. You know, we use that as an illustration for peripheral devices. So I said we should see a peripheral devices like a system unit, like a brain, while the peripheral devices are the hand, the eyes, and hands. So, but let's give a normal four examples that of what we can see as the peripheral devices, like that mouse. Yes. Cool. Yeah, thank mouse. So yes. Now you understand. That's good. You see the reason why you need to talk. Let's assume that you not talk now. You believe that, and head. You write art. So all right. So thank you very much for adding to this. All right, Mr. John. Mr. John, can we hear you out? Yeah, good evening, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, devices. Yeah, you have. Yeah, just give example. Just give us example of the input and the output, even if it's just two. Yes, so monitor, printer. So thank you very much, Mr. John. Yes, sir. So is there anybody that still want to add to it, or we should just continue with this basic understanding? Is there anybody that still have an idea and wants to help us out? Let's try as much as possible to be talking in this class, so that you will not believe you know some certain things, and whereas you will later, yeah, just say what you want to say. If you are wrong, you'll be corrected, and if you are not wrong, you will be complimented. Yeah. So for this peripheral devices, I said we should look at it as head and ear, like these are part of our body now. For an example, now your brain, our brain is the main thing entirely that controls other parts. So the same thing applicable to this. The system unit is the brain, while five peripheral devices are the other parts, and they are just in two ways. Like they are important for just two reasons: input device, output device, to receive information, to show results. So that is for that. Let's go to the second question. Let's explain the difference between input device and output device. Yeah, these questions are very small, are very easy for us to understand. So let's explain the difference between them, between an output device and input device. Yes, sir.
Yes. What's that? Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the response. So nice. All right. So that's for the input and output device. Let's go to the third question. The third question: list three types of printer and state one use of each. Three types of printer and one use of each. Can help us out with that. I gave us three type also, so three type and one use of each. What is the work of a printer actually? It is just to show the hard copy or the printed document for us. So you can list the three type that we have. Three types. I used an example. I said there is one that it is used to print our ID card for us in the school. I use an example of that, and we have other two. I said one is used in the office. Yeah. So you can tell us the name of this. Okay, so let me just help us out with this. I mean, big cabin, you want to talk?
Do you do you want to help us out with the three types of printer? Okay, can we hear you, Mr. Kingsley? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Alright, sir. So we can all hear you. So just help us out.
Yes, with the type of printers.
Yes, inkjet, ID card in the school. Yes, yes. Yeah, you are very correct, sir. We have NASA. Yes, offices. Yes, sir. That one is called dot matrix. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for helping us out. So you are very right. You are very correct. So those are the three types of printers. Yeah. Okay, sir. Yes. Uh, thank thank you very much, sir. It's just different. Yes. All this photo studio work. Yes. Documents. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the addition. So that is for the types of printer and their uses. So let's take note of all of these things. So now let's go to the practice questions that we have, and to the objective questions and the fill in the gap. So under the objective question, the first one, peripheral devices are used to dash. What did you say? Okay. So C is input and output data. Yeah. So let's go to the second one. Which of the following is an input device? Yeah, a mouse is an input device. Yes, a mouse. So the third one, the key used to cancel an operation is what? What was the key that is used to cancel an operation? Yeah, the escape, the B. So it's used to cancel an operation. So the fourth question, which printer produces the highest quality output? C. Thank you very much, sir. C. So it's the laser that produces the highest quality output. It's the laser printer that produces the highest quality output. So the fifth question, the device used to convert hard copy into digital form is G. Scanner. So it used to convert hard copy to a digital form. So let's go to the fill in the gap section. Fill in the gap question. Number one, device attached to the system unit are called dash. No, like input is there, but there's a name that have joined them together, the input and the output. Yeah, yeah, thank you, sir. So they are called the peripheral devices. They are call the peripheral devices. It's just the total name, the combinational name. So let's go to the second question. The dash is used to type letters and numbers into the computer. Thank you. The keyboard is used to type. Then the third question, the dash key is used to confirm a command. What key is used to confirm a command? Enter. Yeah, so the enter key. Then the fourth question, the dash key is used to delete characters to the left of the cursor. Backspace. Yes, so backspace. Delete is to the right, backspace is to the left. So another number 5. A dash is used to control the pointer on the screen. What is used to control the pointer on the screen? There's an input device. So we are in number, sorry, it was the Zoom meeting. So we are in number 5. Dash is used to control the pointer on the screen. Number 5. The mouse. Yeah, the mouse is used to control the pointer on the screen. So number 6.
Hi there, nice to meet you.
The dash printer uses toner to produce output. What kind of printer uses toner to produce output? This one are the ones that are used in offices and bank. So if you can remember the type of printer that is used in offices and bank. Yeah, so thank you. So a laser printer is used to actually produce outputs that involves toner. Number 7, the dash displays information on the screen. What displays information on the screen? Yeah, the monitor. So the monitor helps displays information on the screen. Number 8, a dash converts paper documents into digital format. Number 8 is a scanner. Yeah, a scanner converts paper documents into digital format. Number 9, the dash key is used to produce capital letters temporarily. Like you want to capitalize just one particular letter, what do you use? What kind of key do we use? Shift. Yeah, you use shift keys. So number 10, dash are used to produce sound from a computer. Yeah, a speaker. So a speaker is used to produce sound from a computer. So that is for this particular unit. We're talking about peripheral devices, and I believe you actually understand how it works, the importance of these peripheral devices. We have, it's connected to just two main things, which is the input device and the output device. So far you are familiar with the input devices and you're familiar with the output devices, you'll be able to have a basic understanding of how it works. And the reason why these input devices is very important is because it will be very essential. It will be a very big thing for us in the exam hall, because I'm going to make use of your keyboard and your mouse, and it is how you go about them, how to use them well. It will actually give you a better result if you use them well. But if you cannot use them well, you'll be finding it difficult to actually access it, and your time is going. So that is why you need to understand this input device, which is the keyboard and the mouse. So I really appreciate every one of us here that showed up. If you have any question that is not even relating to the course, you can come to my DM and ask, even if it's about the course or not. And if you need a recording for this, drop a message so that I'll be able to send it to you after the class. So I really appreciate every one of us once again. Till next class. The next class is going to be Thursday again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do we understand? Alright everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Let's sleep well. If you are still at work, please stay safe. If you are still outside, stay safe. And if you are an Arsenal fan, please sleep well. Try to sleep well. Don't think I beg me. I'm thinking, but please don't let us think. Alright. Good night. Yeah.